Well, here we go. Of course, IG with tons of fans here. As I mentioned before, they have the big banner. Everybody coming in from China, and even all the Chinese people just living here. And a lot of them here in Korea coming out to support their favorite team in IG, getting the big cheer. You had a couple of fans in the audience screaming for the Flash Wolves as well, but definitely not the amount of fans that IG has at this point.
Yeah, a lot of respect for the fans who make that travel over to Korea. And of course, not a lot of events come through. It's good that Korea got both worlds into this event because they're incredibly passionate fans and in close proximity to a lot of the places here. So great location, big fan of it, passionate fans. I'm going to love the best of fives when you get down to it too.
Oh yeah.
Those are usually just incredibly loud.
And that's fun, right? That's the whole point of this whole Rift Rivals thing. You get the two big regions going head-to-head, and they both have so many fans. And very accessible region, as you mentioned. So it should be very easy to sell out the crowd.
So people know what we saw there. Of course, the 5-man stack coming in from IG. The meta is largely around, and if you can get vision on the enemy Raptors and really get eyes on what their pathing is looking like. Raptors just gives a whole heap of experience, of course. And remember, ever since the Scuttle Crab moved, the 3-minute delay, a lot of good damage here. Makes it so you want to get a lot of focus on that one. EpicLOL got hit hard.
And he got bopped there in that trade. Not very even, as Betty already trying to exert his dominance so far.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see out of the Flash Wolves bottom lane. Just go for the skirmish, go for the fight. You still have to be cognizant of the positioning of Xiaoxi because he can still get tagged by Braum passive and focused down. So while that's in their mind, they're doing incredibly well to challenge that, putting damage underneath EpicLOL consistently. Doesn't have any potions now.
He's taken that one big sip so far. Now he's going to be on half-life for quite a while. Push already coming through, and okay. Axe is going to land. You talked about Enzo trying to hang around this mid lane and protect Router, but even just helping out in the lane so far, able to put down a little bit of damage onto Rookie, and he's still here.
Yeah, this is heavy focus. Remember, he did a full clear bot side, didn't go for his own blue buff. He might be doubling down on challenging for the enemy blue, and that's the case. He's expecting Router to get a full shove in here so he can be ready for this fight. I don't think Ning wants any bit of it. Just take a look at the adjacent lanes to see if either Rookie or Battleland come to at least help him.
See the supports beginning to edge on over, but Router is going to be faster on this. Talia can actually get there with the passive. Now 3-on-3, it's getting pretty low.
All right.
And it's not going to release.
Getting impatient.
It's going over, and Ning is going to pick it up, but a fight already breaking out here. Ning will be the first one to go down as the Flash Wolves will be the ones to strike first. They do take out that jungler and reclaim the blue buff as well.
Absolute confidence from Enzo and the Flash Wolves to just dive straight in. They know for certain they can pick up the fight. They commit the members early on. I love that Rather came in from mid lane to make it happen, and they get that first blood now.
Yeah, gotta hand it to them. That early dominance in the jungle, they knew what they were doing. They wanted to secure that blue buff, and they were able to force it down. So props to them. They get an extra kill on the side. We'll take a look at the replay.
A lot of the times, IG as a team, even though they recognize they have to outplay in the situation to get out of it, they still take the fight. And so, in the end, if it comes down to both teams executing perfectly, Flash Wolves will come out of that one well. They should just win out based off of the position that they put IG in. But they still wanted to challenge for that blue buff.
The challenge was failed. In a way, they give up their life as well as the blue buff, and so able to hang around here and go for the blue. Smart by Ning to go to the top side. Scuttler, he knows, hey, he's probably going to be taking his blue. I might as well be able to take this Rift Scuttler and say, okay, I'll get something on the backside of it.
Great control ward by Rookie leaning up top side. Gives Ning a lot of movement up to help out Duke. Duke's doing well, as you could tell from the lane. So at least Invictus Gaming can continuously play through top side, but still have to be wary with how well Betty's currently doing, coming back into the lane. Not with a Cutlass, of course, doesn't have enough gold for that, but has the lifesteal from Vamp Scepter to come back into the lane, which in a lane he was already winning it.
You gotta like that. I do like the way that Hanabi was handling that lane up in the top side. Kind of looks silly, but he was trying to freeze it, put the hurt as Rookie dives forward, and now he's got 3 enemies right in front of him, but he's able to get through the gate here, and a ton of movement speed will get him to safety out the back door.
Yeah, well played. He just knew that he'd had to dodge out the flick, and he did just that, so good job on that one. Comes right back into the lane.
Doesn't lose anything there.
That was just so smart.
Yeah, that's, you know, you gotta know what to do under that pressure. It's Balan just got a face check here. See ya. Okay, well, actually, is going to be able to flash over the wall. The Ignite is not going to tick down. Perhaps 1 or 2 ticks would have done the trick, but gets extremely low, has to blow his Flash, and Flash will say, okay, we'll take the Infernal.
This is what we want to see out of him. Not only are we seeing a great draft from Flash Rolls, but they're playing incredibly well focused towards this bot side of the map. Let's see if we roll the dice. Is it going to be a double Infernal Dragon? That puts Invictus Gaming under an incredible amount of pressure.
Ooh.
Ocean Dragon's not too good, but
yeah.
I mean, still, it's okay. Flash Rolls can continue to play through Dragons and can continue to look towards, turret plating bot side.
For a second there, the Ocean took a little bit to show up, so I was like, oh boy, another Infernal perhaps, but that was not the case. So, still, I mean, just to get off on this foot up against IG, who is the last LPL team to come through here in the Rift Rivals, and actually the last one to show its face in the tournament in total.
Ooh. Rookie usually goes for these. Now, oftentimes he has Ning in his back pocket. The wave's going to be coming in, and this should just be an easy dive regardless.
Look at Ning. He's just trying to book it up here to the top lane.
Huffing
We'll take
it.
the blast plant. Rookie's like, come on, buddy. We got a train to catch. He's
going on without him.
Yeah, okay, here we go. A 2-on-1 to an eventual 3-on-1. Doesn't even need it. Duke just able to tank it all up, and Jace has got the damage, so a nice little pickup in the top lane already.
And still, I mean, Ning coming over just in case if it turns out Enso comes as a defensive tool. Good movement. This is what you get out of Rookie. It's nice to be able to see that he's willing to sacrifice the wave to get Duke ahead in an already winning matchup. So Invictus Gaming, an incredibly aggressive team and already making the first wave.
Yeah, you gotta like it, and the action never seems to stop here as we're trying to do even more damage onto Jackie Love. Betty throwing the spears forward.
Oh.
He's able to get him pretty low. Enso here trying to clear this one out. He's got to be careful. Where are you going, buddy? You're all alone. As Jackie Love hits level 6 and is able to join in for the kill.
And welcome back, Rookie, to competitive play. That was another smart roam from him. Just pushing Enso off. If he wasn't there, that could have been a dive there. At least would have pushed him off for turret. But he gets an easy kill just because Rookie makes that move.
Rookie's all over this map, right? He goes top lane, gets the kill, comes down to the bottom side, is in perfect position with the timing to help out with that one. He's not even really getting pushed into the mid lane.
God.
No plates go down. The shot blast is going to land, and Ning is looking for it here. The ward comes forward, and that's super easy. The essential delayed alley-oop is given over to Ning with another kill.
Playing on that tightrope, really. Just having full faith that Lookie will be able to get that burst. And so he comes in and gets the execution. IG are playing so well, it's like Rookie never left the roster.
I know, and it's a beautiful sight to see, honestly. Really good stuff from them, and just, 3 minutes before, the Flash Wolves were hard-hitting, very early game. They come in, they're invading with the Olaf, they pick up the Infernal Drake, and we're singing their praises, and all of a sudden, Rookie's like, nuh-uh, this is not the way this game is going to go.
It was just a good game overall. I mean, that's the expectation when it's Seed 1 teams of SKT, IG, question marks of what their current performance is going to be. And they came out strong on this one. So let's take a look at what happened here to begin with. Oh, he just ranks up, goes straight for it. And the initial slow, and he puts him and conditions him straight towards the terrain. He's easily able to get the shock blast. So there we go, makes it easy.
And more potential action down on the bottom side as a flash is blown there from Betty. He's able to get out of dodge very easily on the backside. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a good trade at first from Rather, but he took the Ignite in the lane. Did not end up helping him in that trade as Rookie just kind of laughed in his face and took his entire health bar. Now the Flash Wolves, you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to mix it up now. They don't want to get too far behind the 8-ball. They're rotating up to the top side with their bottom lane. They got Enzo here already starting the Rift Herald. This is going to be spotted at 10 minutes 30. We'll see if IG want to fight. I'd say chances are high, but the fight's going to go in the mid lane, as Rather once again is going to be forced away, and the Flash Wolves actually couldn't even stay for that one. Nobody willing to sacrifice to go in for that Rift Herald. They get the kill, but that's just about it for now.
Yeah, they're going to be able to time this one out, but I like the fact that Flash Wolves went for it, rotating their dual lane in to make the play happen, but I mean, we don't even know what happened initially. The contest for Rookie being able to burst down Rather kept alive, but not able to help his team out. That felt crucial.
And all division here given over to the side of IG. They say, I dare you to come into my realm, and that means that it will be gone. Just the gold is going to go the way of the Flash Wolves, but a lot of gold left on the table, not able to pick up that objective. We're going to get the knock-up, and, well, see you later, Rather. Didn't have his flash. Snake just going to stop, watch, and laugh at him. Baolan here, though, is going to be dominated by 3 to flash forward, as now we're diving up in the top side. EpicLOL once again going to go down in a double kill, and 3 total kills now to the Kalista.
Yeah, at least we're trading. As you mentioned, 3 kills over. Betty's going to be able to get to his Blade of the Rune King a lot faster now. And at least Flash Wolves are fighting back and staying true to Betty and Xiaoxi. IG should have been able to get ahead of that one. We didn't see how it first started out, but Baolan and EpicLOL ordinarily play too far up when they are on the weak side of the map. So, I mean, makes a lot of sense if that happened again.
I mean, we'll be taking a look at the replay in just a minute here.
Just take a look at it. Of course, this is the one where he comes in with the Nautilus ultimate. Oh!
He flashed the wall.
Yeah, this was the initial setup for the Rift Herald. The reason why Rather couldn't join his team. Rookie has so much confidence underneath him throughout all of that. Knowing that Rather didn't have flash, couldn't get out of that situation, easy comeback and getting the kill.
And so much damage tonight there by Ning with the stopwatch. You might say, oh, he should be safe. It's 2-on-1, but it's the turret shot and that initial Q from the Aatrox. So a good read there from him as well. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a look at the replay in the top lane, so we might not get to see exactly how that fight started.
That's fine.
But the Blade of the Rune King you did mention, it is completed here for the side of Betty.
And now you can see Olaf just slowly coming into the lane. They may lose out in this dragon. That's fine, though. You know, a lot of fear here. EpicLOL doesn't have flash. No exhaust with Baolan as well. It's going to be tough here for Kai'Sa to really be able to extend past their turret.
Take a look at the health on that ward. They know exactly that the Flash Wolves are just roaming around here like sharks, waiting for EpicLOL and Baolan to make another mistake. It's not going to happen, but Enzo thinking about this red buff.
Remember who's free throughout all of this. Rather was able to get a shove through mid and is looming around. That's a very real 4v2 dive if Flash Wolves want to go for it. Invictus Gaming recognize that. You can start seeing them rotating just to defend their dual lane.
Just a roaming squad of a Jace and a Sylas. Definitely a scary thing right now. And Rather, who did pick up the Talia earlier on and kind of confirmed, hey, this is absolutely going mid lane. Rookie was like, okay, we'll see what you can do up against my Jace with the help of a Sylas. And so far, it hasn't been a fun game for Rather.
That's my concern for this game. I mean, you talked about Rather being under a lot of pressure. Thankfully, he was able to get past that shock blast. For this composition that Flash Wolves have, there's such a focus on the early game that they can get outscaled in this front. The backline damage from Jason, Kai'Sa is going to be too much, but here we go.
The wall's coming through. They're trying to gang up on Baolan, but take a look at Enzo down on the bottom side. Might just get burned down here. He's going to heal up, and Ning will be forced to flash the wall. And now we got a 4-on-4 rather. The wall is going to come out, stole it from Ning, and they're trying to bully him now. But that Fate's call is going to come out. We're turning this around onto Ning now, saying you're not the true Talia. Betty taking a ton of damage on the top side. Duke also down at the bottom here, trying to go 1v2. It's not going to happen. And Jackie Love now going 1v3. He's not going to have any help on the backside, but can he do it by
Wait
himself?
a minute.
Rather doesn't have any mana, but it doesn't matter. They're still able to shut him down as the Flash Wolves take a huge fight.
Two sides of the fight coming through, but what it left IG, they were on the wrong side of the map and they needed to get out of it. Flash Wolves comes up big in this fight. I was concerned for Flash Wolves after the second wall, but this was the first play that came through. They were able to get Baolan right out the get-go. This was the second fight coming through. Sure, you get the kill. Where's the exit strategy? I thought they technically had that exit strategy because this was a fantastic wall coming in from Ning. But then, I mean, they exited out, they come right back in. Jackie Love and Rookie have no way to be able to contribute. And so from this point forward, you would expect them to leave, but they doubled down. Jackie Love tries to chase down Betty and finds himself in between Hanabi and Rather.
He's just trying to help out his friends here. Didn't quite go the way
That was
he
close.
expected. Aatrox, he's got a lot of healing in his kit, as we can see, is able to stay alive during that fight. Good job by Rather as well. I feel like he was he had a pretty decent wall to start it off. Ended up helping out with the kill on the backside on the top there. So making that Talia look worth it a little bit in that fight, as maybe we're looking for another bully.
All right. No ultimate. He has ult very soon, but it's not going to mean too much.
Yeah, this is 4-on-1, and I will see you later.
Yeah, movement speed doesn't matter when you're surrounded by everybody.
Yeah. But what does this cost? I mean, we got Betty and Enzo down on the bottom side, and a pause might cost us everything.
We'll see what ends up happening, but at
Yeah.
the end of the day, IG had a better read on the map. They had to push on mid lane as well. Flash Wolves could have gone for the inner bot lane tower, but they lose out in a lot of gold just from the turrets alone on top, mid, and of course the kill that they were able to have. All right.
Yeah, so we got a game on our hands for sure. The action has been back and forth. It's been fiery. And best of all, it's been even. That's the one thing I called for, right? The LMS VCS region 0-5 so far, but the Flash Wolves with the good draft, they come in here, they strike early and they strike hard. And it's been a fun game to watch and cast so far. Unfortunately, we do have this pause for now. We'll try to get an update for you guys ASAP.
One thing I always wanted to see from Flash Wolves is a higher focus on early game play. That's what we saw at MSI as they were getting closer and closer to, you know, the end of groups. That we saw Flash Wolves start to focus on giving a heavy early game jungle over to Boogie. Of course, now we're seeing Enzo play, but the sentiment still exists that, you know, pay more attention to the early game. You're not going to get to the, you know, mid game or late game for free, as we saw from the earlier LMS and VCS losses. And so the early skirmishes, they're doing well in them. I like to see the constant fights coming through.
Yeah, absolutely. As I'm getting the update now in my ear that apparently we are almost ready to get back into this one. So it looks like the wait shouldn't be too long, guys. Just hang on to your seats. Don't start up a game of TFT or anything like that. Not enough time for one of those. We have a game of League of Legends on our hands here.
Unless if you're like me and don't put any bit of focus in, you know you're just going to get like 6th to 8th place. Then you're fine.
You
Then
just
you're
build
okay.
your favorite champions. You
Yeah.
know? You don't care about synergies. They have synergy with your heart.
There we go. That's what I love to hear.
Yeah. So, still waiting on this one. The pause should be done in just a moment. Getting the zoom in there on Betty, who's been having a fun game so far.
Yeah, great game. I mean, when Flash Wolves succeed, it's through him.
So, we're getting an update that perhaps one of the players thought there might have been a bug, but it was not a bug.
All right.
Confirmed.
Just making sure. You always got to do that.
And it's better to pause instead of, you know, thinking after the game, hey, well, was that a bug? I'm not 100% sure. So.
I've seen a few games.
Yeah.
One in particular back in the LPL. Whenever it comes down to like big, like larger bugs, but you're like, if only they had paused that one.
Yeah.
Made sure. Would have been best for you. As you can already see, it looks like they're timing down. We should be getting back into the game. But I'll go back to the point about Flash Wolves. and Dashing Buffalo focus on early game being a major point. And while this play, as I already X'd out, should be better for Invictus Gaming, the fact that this is competitive and the gold value is even across the board, great news for Flash Wolves here.
Hey, you really got to hand it to them. Finally, someone putting up a big force up against one of these strong teams from LPL or LCK, as Flash Wolves trying to make that fast rotation towards the mid lane. Not going to pay off, as Rookie once again going to be hiding there on the left side. And still, it's very early. I mean, we have 14 kills here at 18 minutes, so no Baron just yet or anything like that.
Yeah, I did say that I like the late game here for IG just based off the Muramana Kaisa alone. It's going to still take some time to get there. And with Mountain Dragon coming up, you don't have that time. These fights are going to matter, so I want to see what Flash Wolves can get. I mean, the Taliyah ultimate is up and available, so they can take a good terrain in the fight. They should be able to rush it down if they have position on it. So you can already see them coming right back in. Control ward's already been purchased out by Enso and Xiaoxi, so they already have it all straight down. It just comes down to execution.
Yeah, just got to hang on to this one, as a Mountain Drake is going to be the third Drake of the game.
Oh no!
And we know that both these teams going to fight for it, as rather, oh boy, buddy, trying to walk between a rock and a hard place right now, as Ning is going to be knocked up and ulted here, but he's still alive, and the big disengage from the Braum. And a big knock up there as Duke, as well as Rookie, going to take a bunch of damage, with JackieLove trying to carry this one by himself. And with Benny down, I think IG might just be able to win this fight, as it's only Hanabi left over, and that will be the ace going the direction of IG.
Nice early pick on Rather, but man, Duke came in to seal the deal in that fight. Really good slice and dice to get right on top of Betty.
And they made quick work of that poor Kalista. Doesn't matter how many kills he's got. He was 5-0 before this one, but let's take another look at how they all fell down.
This happens so often here this game. Doesn't have flash either, so the moment you see Shock Blast coming through, he knew his fate was going to be sealed on that one. And so I like that. It looked like Flash Wolves were going to be fighting back, but look at Duke. Straight right into the back line as the knockback comes through. Betty was already exhausted, so now he has to deal with the Croc. I thought it was looking out good because, you know, Hanabi turned back, was able to give him some space, but it wasn't good enough, and so they were able to get right back on him.
Just the presence of mind to turn it around in that fight and say, okay, we know exactly who's the Fed member of the enemy team. We know who is the carry. You know, search and destroy, essentially, like machines, getting into that back line and taking out the Kalista. JackieLove able to hop into the back line as well and help out with that one. So they take that big fight, pick up the Mountain Drake, and now a sizable 3,000 gold lead at 20 minutes here for IG.
They had a large reward for that because that's the mid lane turret as well. Going back to base, JackieLove picked up a lot. He picked up the Stinger, finished his Rage Blade. At this point, stacking up the Muramana is the only thing that he has on his mind once he's already finished up his Nashor's Tooth. So I'm looking at Betty, and sure, he has himself two items, going towards the GA for good reason. His position in these fights are going to be big. The Jace is just going to be eyeing you, has the range advantage, and is already putting in a lot of damage in how he's able to come in. Thankfully, he has double summoner, so the next fight should be okay, but tough times here from Flash Wolves in the next fight.
It's definitely not going to be easy for them, as even just the maneuver of Rookie rotating down to the bottom side on a ward, on vision, but it doesn't matter. It's enough to take out that tier 1 in the bottom lane, as IG will be stacking up the gold even more in this game.
Vision is so key here. I mean, the fact that I complimented Flash Wolves and getting onto the map early, on towards the Dragon early, but then Rather getting picked off, it's going to happen again. Thankfully, he's out. It's sad that they didn't have the vision to be able to catch that happening. It ended up happening now. Invictus Gaming being able to pick up Dragon. Pressure on the map. Already on towards Baron now.
We're not wasting any time here with the Mountain. They have an insane amount of damage in their composition. Kaisa, Jace, and even Duke getting in there. This fight is going to be not actually on cooldown, as they do take it anyway. Xiaoxi getting low, but it's really Betty that has to disengage in here. But take a look at Hanabi in the back line, trying to do it here, but Rookie going to try to stand up to the Flash Wolves here, but it's not sure that he can do it. It's all up to JackieLove now. 1v4, but he is going to be taken out as the Flash Wolves are able to take him down. A quadra kill for Enzo.
Great job by Flash Wolves. Be able to just pin them in the Baron. Quadra kill for Enzo. That was a good ultimate from Taliyah to just seal them in. Sure, you got that Baron buff, but of course, Braum being able to stop that wall from coming in, but being able to take the fight, the reset on Hanabi was crucial because that's when you knew that you can now back up around him. Rather comes in, Enzo doubles down, and it was tough. I think Battleline actually just should have went back to base. I know they wanted to double down and be able to contest the fight, but you need to be able to keep up your Barons.
At least one of them. You know, you don't want to let everybody down there. But they all got trapped in there. And even though Enzo picked up the quadra kill, as you mentioned, it was kind of just the value they were able to get out of the Aatrox. And everybody's staying alive in this one as, okay, that's an angry Olaf right now. He's pretty hyped up after that one, getting all the kills in that last fight. But once again, I mean, that raises questions. You know, you mentioned how IG is better in the late game, but fights like that still able to go in favor of the Flash Wolves.
We're fishing.
Yeah, we're fishing here. IG just waiting in the brush. But the pings are already coming out, it looks like, perhaps.
Yeah, Flash Wolves are playing to their vision, so that's good too. Great state of mind. At this point, it's going to be looking to get shoved through mid, and then they can make the move.
Rookie looking to do that poke damage. It's now another 5-on-5. Dredge line will be going wide. We're looking at Betty on the backside. And Ning is going to try to get into there, but he can't quite do it as Betty is going to live. But still, the Olaf will go down here as JackieLove is full health. The reset here on the Aatrox, but here's JackieLove into the back line, takes out the one. Rather's not going to be able to do it all by himself. And Betty isn't able to get the kill as JackieLove takes the reins on the horse and gets a triple kill.
Betty comes back up and he still goes invis. JackieLove recognizing great state of mind that he could be taken down even in that position. Really good callback. Even when Betty was able to stand tall versus Ning's look to an assassination, he took a lot of damage from that outright. Just overall, bad positioning on the terrain. So take a look at this one. This one was fun to see, and it came down to just the alt go sign to be able to go straight towards the AD carry. I was focused on Olaf as well. He thought he could take down Rookie, but easy kill on that one. Then they could just go front to back. Hanabi's alone, isolated, and at that point, you can look towards Betty, and it was JackieLove that did it.
Did it indeed. He took his moments, realized, okay, they don't really have enough damage to counter me here. I can hop into the back line, all very low health, except Rather, but it's hard to lock down a Kai'Sa if you're just a poor Taliyah in the back line, as he had already used all of his abilities and items and all that good stuff. So JackieLove, props to him, seeing the blood in the water, saying, okay, I'm just going to go for it, and it heavily worked out in their favor. And this is an insane game already in terms of kills, as we're up to 33 right now at 25 minutes, 26 minutes.
Fights are so back and forth that JackieLove's putting respect to him instead of going towards Rabadon's death cap, locking in the Zhonya's hourglass. But at this stage of the game, it's tough to be able to deal with a Kai'Sa. Not just from the back, from the front end of the fight, with how much he's able to just peel through Enzo at this stage. He's going to have a tough time in team fights, but you don't even have the escape option if you have Plasma on you. You just saw from the last team fight the chase down options there from IG, so want to be able to see what Flash Wolves can do. They have to play this one creatively.
Going to be looking for a pick potentially onto JackieLove, but it's not all that much hard CC or engage. They have the Nautilus, of course, but outside of that, it's a lot of follow-up. And now that the Kai'Sa, is getting a ton of items, is going AP here on the backside, even as a Zhonya's, it's not going to be easy to lock down any of these members. As, he's not even the only threat at this point in the game as well.
Yeah, they can kind of segue into more poke in Siege. They already have the Jason with an AP Kai'Sa involved. That's going to be that much more if you can land on Rather or Betty. See how much damage it was doing towards Enzo. So take a look at what Flash Trolls can do. They're playing this one smart. They recognize that they don't have any bit of vision. Ning can look for an engage right now.
We're just going here. Ning is looking for the backline again, but he's just trying to set up EpicLOL, and he might just be able to do it. The CC comes out onto that Kai'Sa, but it might just not matter as the team is there to back her up. The Aatrox there will get the reset after the kill onto Ning, but Ning is the real hero, sets it all up for his team to knock them all down.
He's a long death timers too, 30 seconds on Enso, and the only one that's up and available is Rather. They got a wave to work with here. Wonder if they go for Baron or trying to end it now. Okay, Baron's
like
going to be the call. It's going to take the inhibitor, so
yeah.
Playing this one safe, knowing that you'd still have to deal with Betty and Xiaoxi coming up.
Got those guys coming up here, but with the Baron spawning, and they got double Ocean as well if they really needed to turn, which it looks like they're not really going to need to be able to take out the Baron. As you can see, they're just going in here. They know they have the Kai'Sa for the follow-up.
Yeah, take a look at EpicLOL on this one, because Ning sacrificed himself to make it happen. With the Zhonya's too, so he recognized that the moment the damage and CC was coming through from Nautilus, he can just go gold. His team would follow up. Duke untouched here. Just a complete shellacking.
They're far enough ahead, and if you're able to get that much damage and a very quality engage there with the Nautilus ultimate straight onto the Kalista, you are going to be able to set up your Kai'Sa to do some crazy stuff when she's this fed.
Oh!
As, speaking of which, can she get out of this one is the real question. Has this shield, and she is going to survive for a very long time. With the TP coming out, and she's going down. Looks like the Flash Wolves looking to take this fight. They do have that Aatrox. Here's Rather trying to come in from the backside, but the Aatrox goes down, and the Jace is just doing way too much.
Oh, no.
IG just putting the nail in the coffin at this point. They're really far ahead, about 9,000 gold. And after that big fight that was just about as good as it gets, right, for the side of Flash Wolves, they're now going to be able to take the fight and go for the end.
I like the challenge there by Flash Rolls, but just being matched with the gold that IG had, an easy team fight they could take, and it looks like they're going for the game.
And they should be able to here. It's going to be off to Xiaoxi, but the ultimate going down onto Rather has to go golden, can't help out his teammate. And it looks like that's going to do it here in just about 30 minutes. An unbelievably action-packed game will go the way of IG in 30.
A great debut for IG in the tournament, but I love that Flash Rolls had some fight in